With all the new information on the internet about Starfield each day, it really gets my hype going. You know, it's sort of like a well-sculptured marble statue of Todd Howard. Yeah, I really don't know where I was going with that. On with the show. Anyway, with all this information out, it really got me thinking. How deep down the rabbit hole have we actually gone with all this information? And it turns out not far enough. And so I've done what no man has done before and jumped into the Starfield black hole and pulled out all the information that people have glossed over. So let's dive headfirst straight into this. Now, when you're looking at the watch, you may see these colourful symbols here. These symbols are simply letting us know the current planet's environmental effects and what resistance you may need to use to survive on it, with orange being thermal, red being radiation, blue being airborne, and yellow being corrosive. So just bear in mind that your armor resistance should match the planet's status effects that you're on, because if you don't have enough resistance, you will start seeing debuffs. For example, as we look at the health bar, I can see this nice orange segment here, which is telling me that Starfield's going to have a very similar system to the Fallout radiation mechanic. But wait, there's more. Not only is it going to be showing the planet's environmental effects, but it's also going to be showing your body debuffs too, which are shown by these colourful triangles here, with the only known ones being the blue triangle, which is joint pain, and the purple triangle, which is soreness. There is also a cough debuff, but the colour triangle is unknown at this point. When you're in the system overview section, it's going to be showing you what level you need to be to visit the planets. But not only that, when you jump to another system, it's going to be showing you the faction that is run by. And for all you smooth criminals out there, it's also going to be showing your bounty. Another little thing I'd like to touch on before we move on is the fact that when you do jump system, it's going to be showing your fuel consumption, with the weight of your cargo hold affecting how much extra fuel you use, which can be seen by this number here. By now we all know quite a lot about the companions, but what if I was to tell you that they have a ranking system, with your highest rank companions having this symbol here, to a tier below to this symbol here, to one more below that to this symbol here. Now this is all determined by how many skills your companion comes with your top tier having 4 skills, to your middle tier having 1 to 3, and well, your poor security minibot having absolutely nothing. But I mean, look how cool these guys are. Bethesda, you better give them some love. Now I believe we all know once you take down the ship's engine, you're able to dock and board the ship. And once you've cleared the whole ship, you're able to take it away. But the one thing you may have missed is your ship is still attached when you fly away. Meaning the only thing you need to worry about is to get the ship to a smaller settlement so you're able to register or fence it off. Because big settlements such as New Atlantis do not allow unregistered ships to land. If you're wondering if you get full health when you level up, I can confirm this. As you see here, once we take down the robot Model S, we level up, and down the bottom we see our health go straight to full. So prepare for those clutch moments. When we're looking through the skills, we're going to see that each tree has their own individual shape, with physical being an upside down coffin shape, social being a flat topped hexagon, combat being badged shaped, science being oval, and tech being a pointed top hexagon. Another way to tell which tree the skill belongs to is also the colour of the badge. Now on a more serious note, what the hell happened to Matteo over a space of a year? I need an explanation. Now if you're like me and have not stopped watching the Starfield Direct, you may have noticed a couple of the NPCs in the cafeteria wearing badges on their shoulder, with these 2 badges showing the geology skill. Maybe this is to show that these NPCs are able to be hired and this is the skill that they come with. Because not only that, I also saw similar badges on Barrett's shoulders too. Coincidence? I think not. Do you ever find yourself not quite liking your character's look down the line? Well, have no fear, because the genetics facility is here. Yes, that is all correct. Your biometric customizations can be changed later by visiting the genetic facility. Essentially a human butcher. Which makes me think, what synthetic meat is this? Looking back at the planet overview, you're going to be able to see the resources that are in the planet. But not only that, it's also going to be showing you the resource rarity, with resources with no stars being common, resources with the green 1 star being uncommon, moving to the 2 blue stars being rare, and then a final 3-star yellow being legendary. And if you shift your eyes just below the resources, you're going to notice that this planet has 2 traits to be found. These 2 trait blocks also pop up when you enter the environmental scanner too. Gaining planet traits can be done in multiple ways. For example, we have an unexplored geophysical feature, and all we need to do is scan it to get the information to the unknown geophysics trait. Another way to gain traits is through the completion of the planet survey. As you see here, when we do hit the 100%, we unlock the Ecological Consortium trait. Traits can also be picked up through scanning the fauna and flora of the planet as well. And if you're sitting there wondering how much percentage a single scan does, for your first initial scan you're looking at 13%, and then afterwards it's going to be fluctuating, with the final scan being 12. When in space combat, you're going to be noticing above your crosshair 3 different sections. This is going to be showing you what buttons your weapons are attached to, but also is going to be reflecting your ammo. And as you can see, when you're not firing the weapon, it recharges back to 100. But in saying that, each weapon has their own recharge rate. As you see here with the ballistic, it's quite a rapid recharge compared to the laser, where you have to sit for at least 1 second before it starts going back up again. Which then we can compare to the missile, where we can see that the recharge is next to nothing. So I guess that's missile spamming out the picture. Another little detail about your ship as well is just above its HP, it's going to be showing you how much shield it has. And as you add more power into the shield, it's going to increase the number too. And if you're worried about not knowing when the shield is going to be down, don't be, because it flashes red. It's sorta hard to miss. When we are looking at the initial inventory, we can see there's space for one more slot above his head. And as we can see in the later gameplay, that when they go back into the inventory, that this slot is now available. And we all know how there's some form of space magic in this game, so this is possibly where this is going to be sitting. Because in all seriousness, where else will it go? But also in the inventory section, you can see there's ship information as well. This is going to be showing you the class of the ship, the amount of crew that's attached to the ship, and also the jump range of it as well. And just for your own sanity, remember, ammo is weightless, and also credit sticks are weightless too. When in combat, you're going to be seeing these red bars below the enemy's health. This is going to be reflecting the amount of armor an enemy has. And as you can see here, each time you take down the white bar, a red bar disappears. So in order to kill this enemy, we're going to have to go through 3 blips of armor. And if you're sitting there thinking to yourself, oh, this is such a bullet sponge, why do you think armor piercing rounds exist? Another thing with combat is the fact that there is going to be a hold breath mechanic. But instead of taking away stamina, this time around it's going to be taking away your oxygen, which honestly makes far more sense to me. Whew, that was a 5-course meal of information now, wasn't it? And the funny thing is, there's probably a whole heap more, because every time I'm investigating the Direct, I'm just finding so much more. Might as well just call myself a Starfield detective. And in saying that, this game is becoming something else. Yes, the hype is massive, and yes, the salt is real, but as long as I have my spaceship at my 1000 planets, I could not be any more happier. And for the sake of Bethesda and the team at Microsoft, I really do hope that this launch blows people's minds, because I feel you guys surely need it, especially after the last couple of years. I am quite hopeful for it, but I do have in mind that this can also come crashing down like Apollo 13. Oh, the bliss of the unknown. To those who have made it this far, I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, and if you haven't done so yet, subscribe, because there's plenty of more Starfield in the tank, as this is just the start of the journey. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and buckle in boys, because we're going to space.